Hi, this is a short video in continuation with the LinkedIn post that I had last week. Let me quickly summarize the post before we get ahead. In that post, I was talking about Power Apps Copilot, which is in preview. It seems like an awesome capability where you get to describe your app, and under the covers, it generates the app for you. But that got me thinking, if large language models like ChatGPT are so good at comprehending English, do we still need to hang on to the notion of an app? Why are we generating a React or a JavaScript-based app if the large language model can do things for us? And a few of you commented, and I thank you for that. And I'm summarizing the comments here. A few of you said that in many cases, a regular UI experience may be preferable over a chat experience, and that makes sense. There may be a scenario, maybe a complex workflow that has lots of fields that need to be collected, that need to be visualized. In that case, it might be better to still have the notion of an app. So I agree with that. But what I was also saying, I'm not just talking about an interaction, a user interface, when I was talking about the large language models. I was actually talking about the app itself, not just the UI. And let me just show you what I have in mind here. And I've recorded a conversation with ChatGPT, which I would like to use. So I want ChatGPT to act as a program. And I'm defining some business rules right here. So this is a program that accepts email messages or what have you for people trying to buy bowls of guacamole. Each bowl costs $10, but every subsequent one, you get a 10% discount with a limit of 5 per customer. We want this program to keep track of how many bowls have been sold. At the end of the day, we want to send out an email to the headquarters about who bought what. And if our inventory is running low, we also want to generate an email so that we can order additional bowls of guacamole. So as you can see here, this is not just UI interaction. This is the logic of the app itself. So this typically would have been coded in PowerFX if you were building a low-code application using Power Platform. But here, the entire app has been described in English. Let's see how well ChatGPT did with this. So once I gave it this logic, it said understood, and then I started giving out examples like, hi, I want to buy 2 boxes of guacamole. The other customer came in and they wanted to buy multiple boxes. Somebody else came in and wanted to buy 4 boxes, and so on and so forth, right? And by virtue of the logic that we have defined here, ChatGPT started answering those. For customer A, they calculated the cost. Customer B, they calculated the cost, and so on and so forth. And then at the end of the day, it figured out that they had sold 19 boxes. And it provided the head office a summary of all of the boxes and each customer, the number of boxes that they had bought. And then because our inventory levels were still quite high, well below 100, there was no need to generate an email to replenish more orders of guacamole right there. Also, to test out further, I posed as customer G and tried to order 90 boxes of guacamole, and it correctly said, I'm only allowed to sell you a maximum of 5. So as you can see here, the entire business logic, not just the UI interaction, the entire business logic of this app has been implemented using a large language model. So one thing that remains to be seen here is, of course, I am pasting the email directly into this chat interface, and then it is generating an email for the headquarters right here, which I'll have to now go ahead and email out myself using SendGrid or something else. And what is really interesting is that you may be aware of this, or maybe not. There's a new concept in ChatGPT called plugins, and you can read more about plugins here. But fundamentally, plugins allow you to connect third-party applications to ChatGPT. And this is really a game changer in the model that we were talking about. So you can do all the processing here, but when you need to talk to a third party, you need to send out a message, you need to send out an email, you can do that using the plugin interface. So that concludes my quick video. I wanted to clarify once again that I'm not just talking about UI, I'm talking about implementing the app itself using a large language model and avoiding the step of having to generate code and then hosting the code somewhere. I hope this helps, and I look forward to your feedback.